Today I'm going to tell you a story about a student that messaged me last week on TikTok. He's preparing for the DET and his name is Yazan. How long do you think you spoke?
I think I think 1 liter pill some ah
Much longer. He was super nervous that he was going to get banned from life for taking the Duolingo English test because while he was taking the exam, his brother walked in and interrupted his test. Now, Yazan, he wasn't banned, but that's not the important point of this story. The point of the story is what I actually saw when I started to look at his DET subscores a little bit closer and in more detail. Because the brother walking in, that wasn't actually his problem on the Duolingo English test. The problem was actually something I see in every single student that I work with. It's that they're taking the right task, but they're practicing it the wrong way. You see, Yazan, he was building his answers the same way that he did in his first languages, French, and Arabic. And that means that he starts with a bunch of details and background information about the context, and then finally, at the end, he gave me the big idea. But in English, your main point, that's the first thing you must say every single time. So every time I would give Yazan a practice photo or question to talk about, he would start by leading with all the details and all the context. And by the time he got to the main point, which is the most important in English, the timer was already gone. And on DET, that means the test was cutting him off before he could even get to the most important part of his message. The second thing that Yazan was doing, he was labeling the pictures. He was saying, I see a tree, I see a car, I see a man. The man is unhappy. And that type of labeling, that's not what the Duolingo English test is looking for. It leads you to run out of things to say and things to put a label on far before the timer finishes. And that's because the DET, it wants to know about your experiences, your opinions. So you have to take the prompt and the image and you have to connect it to something that you felt in your life. And when you do this, your vocabulary naturally increases and your use of grammar is also enhanced because you're using the past tense, the present tense, and the future tense. We fixed both of these issues for Yazan in just 3 learning sessions, and I'm going to tell you how to do it. The structure that I told Yazan to use when he was speaking about a photo is called before, now, and after. 3 simple words that boosted his score, and he actually sent me a message saying that this approach was amazing because when I tested him in the classroom, he spoke without seeing the timer for 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
so since we are kids, me and my friends had a dream. We always had to go to a cold place such as Switzerland for skiing. So we took the initiative to go there and to visit and to explore more about the city as well as special places. So we took the plan to go there. We arrived in the airport and we took the car to go generally in this place, cabinet like in woods. During this moment, when we arrived, we were very exciting because we knew that we will have a lot of good moments and that we will really enjoy what we are going to live during these holidays. We had 18 years old and we were especially nervous about like that ideas because we were alone without any parents or adults with us. Later, we took the initiative to explore a little bit the forest. Uh, According to our like own young ages, we wanted to explore more about the forest and the nature to improve our like knowledge about the world around us. So we discovered lot of animals and vegetables. No, no, animals and like animals there. It was very compelling. And finally, after 1 week of holidays, we finally go home, and we all enjoyed our first experience between like friends.
This framework is super easy to use. When you look at the image, imagine what happened before it. What did you do to arrive and see this image? Just 2 or 3 details is enough. Then tell me what is actually happening in the image. This is important because the image is what the Duolingo English test is giving you. So tell me what you're seeing now and how it connects to the story you made for just before the image. And then after is super simple. Tell me 2 or 3 actions and focus on the verbs here because too many students focus on the nouns. But when we teach reading and speaking, we tell stories, and those stories move forward with verbs. So just tell me 2 or 3 actions that you're going to take after this image to ensure that the story that you're creating keeps moving. And I promise if you do this, those 90 seconds that feel like a long time, they're going to go by super fast and you're not going to run out of anything to say. So if you're stuck and your score's not moving and you're studying alone, it's probably because you're practicing the right task, but you're doing it using the completely wrong approach. So I want to invite you to my live DET group. Every week we meet, we listen to the answers from the practice materials that I send to the group, and we discuss our answers. We learn from each other, and we also help boost the score. The input that you're going to get from hearing other people, combined with what you're practicing at home, that's going to make your score go up a lot higher than it currently is. If you would like to join that live group, you can click the link in the description to do so. And before you go, if you like this video, why not give it a thumbs up, share it, or consider subscribing to my channel. I make new videos every single week that are designed to help you boost your DET score and your fluency for everyday English. That's it for today's video. I really hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you next week.